Hello, man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 5 lessons that everyone should learn from the book Leadership Strategy and Tactics, written by Jocko Willink. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanofword.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you pay close attention to this? 1. You will learn that leaders improve themselves daily. 2. You will learn that honesty is a must-have if you want to be a leader. 3. You will learn that you have to keep your emotion in check. As you saw in our previous article, it's hard to become a good leader, but not impossible. So, let's dive in. Lesson 1, Tell the truth. In this book is written that truth and honesty are perhaps the most essential of leadership qualities. Tell the truth to your people. Tell the truth to your boss. Tell the truth to your peers. And, of course, tell the truth to yourself. This is no easy task. And telling the truth does not give a leader, subordinate, or peer the right to be a jerk or to attack people. No. Telling the truth must be done with tact and sensitivity. Of course, some truths are easy to speak. We are winning. You are doing an amazing job. Our competitors don't stand a chance. Who wouldn't want to speak these truths? But there are harder truths that are more difficult to tell. We are losing. Your performance is substandard. The enemy is gaining ground on us. Those truths hurt as much to say as they do to hear. That is why so many people, especially leaders, fail to deliver the hard truth. But leaders must speak the truth. Lesson 2, Always improve yourself. In this book is written this, leaders are never good enough. A leader must be constantly improving and learning since, in any leadership job, new and unexpected challenges arise all the time and, as one continues to lead, the number of people being led increases, projects multiply in number and scope, and the overall strategic impact of the missions being led also expands. Leadership in any chosen profession is just that, a profession. Being a leader is your life. Do everything humanly possible to know and understand everything there is about your profession and being a leader in that profession. Strive every day to learn and become a better leader. There are many components for learning to lead. One of the most important is to try to see everything through the lens of leadership. In any group of people, leadership is occurring. Pay attention to that. Observe what works and what doesn't. Note the successful and unsuccessful techniques leaders use, how they talk, words they use, interactions they carry out. Think about how you can apply these techniques. Apply the leadership lens to things you read. Almost every story has a component of leadership embedded in it. A book or article does not have to be about leadership to be about leadership. Pay attention to that. How does the leader act? What does the leader say? How do the leader's superiors and subordinates react? Learning from history through books is a great way to gain experience without having to live through it, but this only works if you can read with the correct level of engagement to understand the actions, emotions, and human nature inside the words themselves. None of this happens without humility. If a leader thinks they have achieved the pinnacle of leadership expertise, they are already going in the wrong direction, stagnant in their skill set, and, worst of all, unconsciously giving off the stink of arrogance. Don't let this happen. Stay humble, and always learn. Lesson 3, Ask for help when you don't know. In this book is written that, a leader must know and understand the jobs, skills, and equipment used by the people below him or her in the chain of command. This isn't to say a leader needs to be an expert in everything. That is impossible. A leader must know and understand the jobs, skills, and equipment used by the people below him or her in the chain of command. This isn't to say a leader needs to be an expert in everything. That is impossible. Unfortunately, most people avoid this process because they fear they will look stupid. They think their subordinates will lose respect for them. But the opposite is true. This is another area where the ego can be a real impediment to success. Some leaders feel it is a weakness to ask for help. That couldn't be further from the truth. Subordinates will respect the leader more if they come and try to learn and perform the task. What subordinates don't respect is a leader who tries to appear to know everything. Lesson 4, Don't overreact. In this book is written this: there are times when people will say and do things that make no sense. There are times when things will not go the way you want. When this happens, good leaders remain level-headed. Don't get agitated. Keep your emotions in check. Take measured account of the situation. Keep your opinions to yourself as you logically, what is happening? Remember that anything you might say at the moment is based on incomplete and likely inaccurate information. Allow for the situation to unfold and for a more solid picture to appear before you speak up. This is not to say that there aren't some times when a quick decision needs to be made. But even in those cases, a pause must be take sure you know what is happening. Lesson 5. Know what is important. In this book is written that, one of the things that distinguish a black belt in jiu-jitsu from a white belt is the black belt's understanding of what is important and what isn't. A black belt sees past insignificant movements, ignores trivial actions, and focuses on what matters. Like the black belt in the battlefield commander, any good leader must be able to do the same thing, discriminate between what is important and what is not. For a leader in any situation, changes are everywhere, both external and internal. External changes can occur in the environment, the behavior of the enemy, the market, the weather, or in the timing of a scenario. Internal changes can be the emotions of individuals, relationship dynamics, or the morale of the team. Change is the reality of life. Almost everything is in a constant state of flux. And it is a crucial part of a leader's job to figure out which changes are important and which are mere distractions. This is not always easy to do. I see leaders get caught up all the time in things that do not matter. They waste their time and energy on meaningless events or minor problems that will not impact the overall results they are trying to achieve. A black belt in jiu-jitsu is a master of energy conservation. Not one movement is wasted defending against attacks that do not matter. Leaders must learn to do the same thing. So a good leader detaches and elevates above the tactical situation, where they can see what matters. Before they dive into a problem, they ask themselves questions. How will this problem impact the team's strategic goals? Can it cause mission failure? Is it worth my time and effort to engage in it? How bad can it get if I leave it alone? The answers to such questions should make it obvious to a leader if a problem requires their involvement. A good rule to follow is that a leader should err on the side of not getting involved in problems. The goal is always to allow problems to get solved at the lowest level. When subordinates are solving low-level problems, it allows the leader to focus on more important, strategic issues. What are the best things to remember from this? 1. Be honest, always tell the truth. 2. Improve yourself, you are never good enough. And 3. Learn to differentiate between important and unimportant stuff. Well, our list ends here. Let us know in the comments what are your thoughts about our list. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.